This pain is unreal. My whole left side of my head, face, jaw, nose, tongue, lips, and the pressure on the eye and the brain is unreal. I don't know what has been going on, but I do know life is fair. It's how you live it. It's the push. It's the motivation to be here. The best part, how hard I fought. Sports, education, corporate business, even entertainment, Hollywood. And then after all that, understanding how you humans are not a failure, I decided to start farming, taking care of plants and animals. What you put in is what you get out. And that is the best, saddest part, is how I've been treated in a farm to fork farming city that has no respect for farmers. So many plots of land in every corner of the street. It's unbelievable. I know Gavin Newsom is not behind this. Starting vineyards everywhere, nonprofit, orchards, fruit trees, vegetable gardens. I believe that's therapy. With these self-checkout stations moving in. None of this makes sense. I'm watching this man eater show right now. And it's reality. Living off the land. What on earth are you here for? That is my biggest question for myself. As hard as I fought, what's next? Wasting time. Is you all next? Oh, this tooth infection is unbelievable. Right there. Well, I'm cutting my mother off. I am cutting my mommy off. And everybody behind her. Thank you for listening. Whew. So excited. If I make through this, I want to be hunting all over the world and fishing. Documenting farms, wild nature, planting farms, greenhouses, wells. And you know what's funny with this immigration? How everybody flooded now America. and everybody's like stuck confused in their little trapped city villages. It's time to expand. America, excuse me, I think California. Might be America, California passed something for the next 5 years. There's like 5.5 million acres that will slowly be. What are we looking for? Subdivisions, streetlights, or self off grid homestead farming? And then again, are we going to kill off the animals and livestock and everything that is in nature, natural? Or are we going to replant it, just like this fish? So there's a few things that is mind boggling, where fish hatcheries should be at every river. Like, how are you not multiplying our nature? We're killing it off commercially for sure, beyond toxics, pollution, ocean. It's funny. As much as it's not, there's no health benefits from what I hear and understand from a farm fish hatchery, because they don't go through that survival mode, that wildness, and they're getting fed pellets, non-organic probably food. The meat doesn't have the color that you're looking for. It's they actually add food coloring to the meat. The farm fresh cooked food. Though what I'm getting to, it's become almost safer with this commercial ocean populate toxic, everything getting polluted. It's not funny when I giggle and laugh. My kitty just popped in. Hi, Polly. Where are you? What you doing, baby? You want to say hi? She's itching herself. Watch this. She's so funny. Say hi. Polly. She's like, leave me alone. Uh, anyways, I am hungry. I haven't been able to get out of this bed. Lord have mercy, way too long. Whew. It's been a solid whole month. I've been just laying in this bed with this brain pain. And it's sad to say, alcohol is the only thing that can numb it. Alcohol, marijuana, the downer that helps me sleep. And that takes the inflammation away. Everything is like swollen right now. And I hate to say it, but tobacco's been helping a little too. Anyways, life is too short to not be amused. It's funny how far the idiots go to hold things up. That's my favorite part. The holdups. That's what's fucking everything up in America right now. No respect. Sorry for the cuss. And it's always the little devils. Whatever's in their heads, whatever they're trying to slow down, it's brainwashed in them. I don't think they even know what they're doing. That's the best part about the devils. As much as they know what they're doing. Keys, love your mom and love girls. Oh, I love these oil carts. I'm getting all my product from dispensary. It's called Cola's, Sacramento, California. Cola's dispensary. Very good quality and a big selection. That's the best part. Really good quality. Like when I hit this, I feel pressure releasing right now. I love them so much. The dispensary, and then of course all the different farmers out there providing this cool little carts. So thankful. It really is a good medication. It's life changing. Creative mind from it too. It opens up your mind with the health benefits. This is more of a hybrid, so I'm not gonna get just sleepy. So there's different levels of it too. There's an upper that actually I've been breeding for 13 years. The only reason, this is funny, this is my testimony on why I've even been, why I even started farming. uh, I did a little research in the very beginning, and my grandpa and grandma, I grew up in the garden. So farmer genetics. My great grandpa worked with, was it called the king, czar or tsar. He worked under him, farming. Great great grandpa or great grandpa. Right when Stalin and Lenin, well, Lenin took out the king, took out that dictatorship, trying to put in a government system so everybody could start businesses. And then that's right when, well, that's when my great grandpa got wiped out. Excuse me, sorry. Stalin came in. And then Stalin started forcing all the farmers to work for free. Well, no way, you're not going to get no return. He's not going to come over to you and say, "Hey, you work for me." No, it was a building process. So, with that said, the genetics of me farming, wanting to build, grow, develop as part of farming, nature, nurture, excuse me, nurture, take care of, babysit, daddy, is it's in my genetics naturally. So, back to the whole point of this, how my farming even started, and why did I even pick the genetics, the cannabis sativa that I'm working with. That's a big key. I had 7 clones. I wanted to start growing. I have no idea what I'm doing. All 7 clones are from different areas. I don't remember exactly where and how I found Jack Herrera, but out of all the 7 clones, the other 6 were like Jack Cools. Oh, excuse me, Jack. Is it Jack? No, not Jack Cools. What's his name? Subcool. Excuse me, Subcool. He passed away. Rest in peace, Subcool. Really good breeder. A lot of genetics. Loves the art of it. When I say art, it's the crossing, the breeding, looking for different smells, root systems, flower development, bud structure. So back to Jack. Uh, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's 2012. I actually just got back from Hollywood trying to be an actor, extra background acting. Good money. I actually got my voucher after, right when SAG and AFTRA was coming together. This whole world was going upside down. So I'm in this wild time right now. So I come back home. My tail light was broken on my right side. My mom hires some Russian mechanic from I Street. My car burns down literally when I leave around the corner from her house, right before I go back to LA the next day. So my car is totaled now, burnt down. I'm stuck in this beautiful city of Sacramento, farming farm to fork. I just before Hollywood, I had a big mental breakdown from a bunch of money going missing in my dead father's insurance business that he started coming from Russia in 1996. This and that. I hired like 7 employees. $10,000 go missing. My ex and I from high school sweetheart just breaks up. We break up. This is like Christmas breakups, New Year's coming in. I just got this new house that I bought for 85,000 right when the house crisis came in. Uh, I'm hiring a bunch of employees trying to start this business. I meet a cool Indian guy that Sachin Sanatara that gets me on Google Maps in the very top listings every time you look up insurance. And this was all throughout California. So I finally sell my first LA policy without even having to be, without them having to be in my office. Really, I could have been sitting right here finishing this policy. Right. That cool. I just bought this beautiful paperless program called Hawksoft. That's like $6,000, but I broke it down to my monthly payments, so I'm paying like 400 bucks a month. This program, my dad's office is usually were all filled with file cabinets, paperwork back in the days. So I'm just getting these balls rolling. I'm getting my bearings going. The technology's sinking in. I'm on Google, going paperless. And this program that I'm paying 5,000 to even just to buy out. It's not a $400 every month forever. It's 5,000, but I'm breaking it down. Uh, this program, instead of getting paperwork and mail, you're literally synced in instantly. So a mail takes, you know how it is, 2 days, a week, whatever. You might lose mail paperwork. You're in your office, you open up your computer, and you got a bunch of notifications. Hawksoft program. Where all my clients, are they renewing? Is it when it's time to renew? Did I lose them? Everything right here in my hands with this program, right? Finally getting on Google, finally expanding this office, 7 new employees in this dramatic, depressional American collapse. I'm trying to open you up doors. I'm giving you something to work with. And that's so beautifully sad how it all collapsed. But somebody going missing. Uncle and auntie trying to take my company. I'm so crying in tears, like right now in pain. I'm like, just take it. 3 months later, I come into the office. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm here to work, and this is my company. You should have seen my auntie Luba Punka. Tomato face. As much as I love you, auntie, who started all this, the mental health, 5150s. You're not working for the government system. Your whole relatives are all FBI agents. That's a compliment. Sounds like smart, not crooked people. Trump's figuring it all out. So with this story, as I'm explaining back to Jack Herrera, this clone. Out of 7 clones, 1 clone survived. Jack Herrera. When I say I don't know what I was doing, I just let nature take place. That's why everything else died off. I actually decided to not grow. And then as they were sitting all in water, I had them flooded. Jack was the only thing that, as the roots were rotting off, you still had a plant surviving. It was something. It opened up my heart to, first off, God's nature, how we are all different. Second, it showed me how powerful this plant was, just living with no roots. The roots dying off. The plant didn't die. It's the root system. Because when you have roots sitting in water, they start rotting off. And it was like the slow process of them rotting off. So again, I'm looking at this plant. It survived 2000 now 12 around summer, spring, summer. I just got back from Hollywood 2012 March. So yeah, around spring, Hollywood, summer, Jack Herrera is surviving, and that's where I get started. And you know what's the best part? There was no education. There was no schooling. There was forums. And you know what's the best part about these competitors? These beautiful farming athletes? Well, who wants you to compete with them? And with nature, everything takes timing. It's not overnight. And people don't have patience. So if they mess up once on a 3-month project, you're going to give up. So as I've been battling, fighting, learning this whole system beyond my mommy and my religion, Christianity that I believe in, and well, I guess it's a drug, but it's a medication now because of the law. All this drama and God have mercy, backstabbing, and y'all competitors are all fucked. It's just amazing how much seeds I've given out, how much plants I've given out, how much I've put you world on, and how I'm not gonna give up. And that's the best part about me. And you know what's funny? I'm a little bit kind of like Burner, Mr. Cookies. You're gonna get what's coming, and I'm gonna get it all back. I love you. And when I say I love you, it's no hard feelings. It really isn't. Pay it forward. That's my motto. That's why I give, give, give. Nobody has money. This government hasn't built a system around this. You can't put your marijuana money in the bank. You can't buy legally a house yet. Federally, Donald Trump, they're working on something, this and that. Has been for like 13 years. As you've been putting us all away in prison for like 50 years now. When George Washington built this fucking American country on hemp now. This is making no sense, my little parents. I know my World War One. Those are the real ones. The bombers. Suicide bombers. Fighting for their country. Freedom. They had a second one. They. We had a second one. World War Two. Finished off the runters. The ones that didn't want to hop in. However it worked out. The mobsters. Then what are we stuck with now? Drug flooded. Coke, fentanyl, heroin, opiates, drugged up country. And that is so beautiful. American dream. Comedy at its finest. Don't be mad at me. Back to the farming. Cloning, meeting Paul, my seed breeder. That was a big chapter in my life. Shout out to my Paul, seed breeder. Seeds 420, I believe, or Paul 420 Seeds, something like that. I believe he's now in Nevada. He used to live right down the street, Fulton Marconi. Long story short, uh, Jack survives. Mike's Romulan, right before Paul actually, Mike's Romulan, Craigslist. I go on Craigslist to buy a Bad Boy T16 light. Super cool. Unbelievable. It was, I think I paid $400 for it. Retail was like 8, 9. Back then, that was power. And I still got it and it still works and I love it. Long story short, Mike, well, that's what he called it. I met Mike, called it Mike's Romulan. He had Mr. Nice Guy and one more. He gave me 3 cuts, 6 each. Three different genetics, 6 cuts of each. And now that I know how to grow, he gave me tops. You hear me? Well, at least first generation. They look like tops now that I remember. Tops meaning when you start a plant from a seed and you know it's a girl and you're ready to clone it, it's the very first cut. It's gonna be the strongest part. No judging to everything else. And usually with marijuana nowadays, we have clones that are like 40 years long. Cut after cut after cut for 40 years. You don't know how many cuts there's been. So when you start a plant from a seed and you know exactly how it is, you get that first cut. So with that said, it might have not been a top, but it was definitely a first generation. Such a strong genetic. So, Jack Herrera, Mike's Romulan, and then I had one seed. It's called Kyle. That I didn't know if it was going to be a boy or a girl. When you start a seed, you never know until like 4 or 5 months later because the timing. They have to mature, the light cycle, and nature. Everything's timing. So, I have Jack, I have Mike Romulan, and now I have a male strawberry cough that was able to pollinate everything. Now here's where Afghani Kush comes in that I don't want ever to talk about because it was like a moment and Afghani Kush has this weird scent to it. Uh, I don't know where I found it, I forgot. Craigslist probably. But Afghani Kush and everything came together. And so Afghani Kush is technically supposed to be an indica downer. And that's my strawberry cough sativa, Mike Romulan sativa, Jack Herrera as pure sativa as I've ever seen. 3 of those crossed with Kush, Afghani Kush, 2013. And then I bring in Paul's Purple Fire that I put outside around, was it 2015? 16, 17, when I had my outdoor big cross pollination. Paul's Purple Fire is like a straight purple, straight all stem purple. It's really beautiful. That's why I put it out there. So I've got this big pheno hunt going on. I've been working on for years. You know how it goes with seeds. You start with one seed, you get a handful, you get a bag full, you get a truckload. So I finally got this backyard rocking and rolling. Hundreds of pot plants. Pot's still really illegal. My whole backyard is rocking. Before I get to Pulse Purple Fire, the biggest, best part about my whole breeding is scent control. So throughout my years of building this genetic, I created something that didn't have a smell, but still had its medicational powers. That was another big reason I kept even going because if the world was going to have pot growing all over the streets everywhere, You don't want. Not everybody's comfortable with marijuana, and I get bored of smelling it. You don't want that scent around all the time. So a few things that have been coming together. I got this big backyard growing. 2016 is when pot finally goes legal. I was growing under Prop 215, which is like a private little license. You had to be dying from cancer or have some kind of mental issues. Then 216 comes around. Prop 64, Prop 64 comes around, where now 215 is completely X'd off. Now you can't grow privately, really. You can have a few plants. 64 is now commercially going legal. I'm sitting in these city hall meetings with Devlin. I don't hope you die. I just hope you understand what you did. Mr. Devlin. He's the city council, cannabis, the main guy in our city. 2016, 2017, I'm looking at this whole new era commercial picking up. So I'm like, I gotta get my backyard going and get seeds. Seeds, you put them in a freezer, fridge. They last a little longer than a cutting clone that you have to keep feeding. You get what I'm saying? All right. So bottom line, the backyard's rocking. 2017. Here's the cool part and funny part. My neighbor has a new roof job right behind my house. So you can't smell this pot. Nobody's supposed to know I'm growing. My whole backyard, they're literally growing into each other. That's how thick it was. I wanted a wild grow. I wanted them to all breed, create seeds, take it all down. So this guy's up on the roof with like four Mexicans. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I hear a bunch of banging. I walk out and they're just sitting there watching my whole fucking pot field. I'm like, shit. You're not supposed to know about this. Now y'all know about this. And I'm not worried about the stealing, robbing. You can't, you wouldn't be able to take down my whole backyard, right? The law. So once that night, I started flooding my ground. If you, it's the clay, hard clay, Indian clay. If it's dry, it's rock solid hard. If it's wet, silky smooth. So I start flooding the whole backyard in the back. This is another cool test that I did with commercial farming because you got to dry your pot plant. And how are you going to do it on a commercial fast speed level? Let's say you have 1,000 acres. The root system is going to give you a root, right? That you bunch up. You can take 5 roots. They're all intertwined, so they're going to hold each other up. And it's kind of like the wrist. If that makes any sense. The wrist gives you that leverage to tie up your bushels. Because I don't want to waste my time. There's several points to this. That's why I was growing sativa. It doesn't mold. Indica molds. So I was growing really tight, small buds because you're getting rock solid, hard, commercially, massive level, good harvests. People were losing moldy ass buds as I was growing from the very beginning. Humble is key, not bragging, but I'm a little bit frustrated because I want to get to the bottom of who really created marijuana that you are all smoking right now. Do you have any idea where Gorilla Glue started? Have you heard of Skittles? Do you know what runts are? And these are a few little seed phenos that they ran with. That's the best part. You little fake little farming breeders. Ah, it's cute though. Now we got garlic, gorilla. We got, I don't know what the fuck we got anymore. You know the cantaloupe. I love my cantaloupe. I actually had it one time, a clone. I lost it, never grew it again. But cantaloupe genetic, wow, now I'm smoking an indica. I believe it was more of a sativa back then. But cantaloupe and marijuana cantaloupe. So somewhere, a plant in a cantaloupe field, a fruit patched field, got bred, got crossed, and now you got a marijuana plant that smells like cantaloupe. So that was the cool part. Working with genetics that now I know marijuana gets mutated, it gets crossed. So it's a very special, powerful medicational plant beyond AR-51, where the government did a bunch of toxic experiments on the land, and then they planted marijuana to suck those toxins out. It was a way to clean the soil, and the marijuana survived, just like my Jack Herrera, sitting in water. So that's several points that show how powerful marijuana is without now our technology. The hemp itself, the way we've created these new genetics. When I say we, it's getting scary, funny, good. How technology is stepping in. From this oil, this pen, this little cart, they didn't have this back then. If you did, you had to be a private grower. You had to do your own thing because it was too expensive. This 1 gram, oh God, I believe it's an eighth to 7 grams of flour. Back then, at $10 a gram, which is a good deal. Usually it was about 20 for some fire. And this is what I'm smoking now is some fire, best of the best. $10 a grams, 3.5, 7 grams. That's with the extraction process and everything. People were paying once it started coming out. People were paying $100, $120 for one little cart medication. Now, $16 to $34. Some can go as high as $50, depending on the way you extract it, the process, because it's not easy and it's not cheap, and you have to have the right equipment. Stuff costs $250,000 and up. It's getting serious. They're making crystals now out of this. Jewelry sooner not later. What do you think I'm wearing? So much to this. It's amazing. I'm excited. Uh, I'm not here to sell you. I'm not here to give you a sales pitch. I'm here to give you an update on what I've been trying to process, do with this farming, what I've been through, trying to get through with this farming. Now that I'm in a lot of fucking pain with this held up farming, wanting the money to finally get doctors that are not government paid bitches that only prescribe pills and want their prescription, payment. Uh, excuse me, all immigrants can barely speak English from India to China to whatever. I'm not mad. It's okay. But as I've been fighting for my health, fighting for my money, fighting for my rights, I'm here to never give up. Duty calls. Duty calls. And you know what's funny? I don't want it. That's the sad part. Nobody wants anything anymore. My mom's been preaching me the whole time I've been farming. Nobody wants your farm. Nobody wants you farming. Nobody wants your produce. We already have everything. Everything's come from Mexico. Everything's imported. This and that. That was the really biggest pain thing is when my dad's dead. Your mom's supposed to be your biggest support. You're fighting against the grain already. And she's downplaying you. That hurt all my life. Beyond getting fucking beat as a young child for throwing a fucking toy at my little bitch ass badge government Daniel Tatanko brother. Suck my pig. Not mad. A little frustrated. I think it's fair. I think it should be. I think it should be accepted, honored, to be real like this. Uh, we all try to paint this fake picture. It's unbelievable. The reality check scares me as well. No prompts. No prompts for Donald Trump. Uh, I love you, Grandpa. A man that finally is putting America. 65, 70? How old are you, Trumpy? Trump. Seasoned vet businessman. It makes no sense. You narcissistic, selfish little humans. Hiring all these Democrats because you want to love one another. Same sex. Whatever you want to call it. Like, what the fuck is going on with you? Like, where's your head? What is. How. How twisted. How twisted has this breeding been with all these criminals and confused nonsense? When I say criminals, I've been basically, what do you call it? Targeted, pointed as a criminal just because I grow marijuana. And now it's legal. The government is finally legalizing it. And now I'm not a criminal. So you labeled me as a criminal when I'm not a criminal because of some laws. And then you got all these fucking shady people, criminals. I just read some girl debit card stealing. Like, they have it on film and everything. I'm looking at the social media and all this nonsense. Why do you think I am doing what I'm doing right now? I've had enough. I understand everything is a name. That's obvious. I've always had a name in my city. The ones that know me, especially in the way I was blowing up in the insurance world, going payless, diamond insurance, penny savers, advertising, radio stations. Like I said earlier, LA selling new policy. I know exactly who took my $10,000 during my trying to come up and my high school sweetheart breakup. There was a lot going on emotionally. Oh, that's right when I started hitting the pipe with marijuana, which creates a lot of passion in you. Uh, that helped with the breakdown. But it was something that I should have found it earlier. I should have been smoking marijuana since birth. That's the best part because you got to adapt to it. And once you work with it, it's actually a blessing. It is a very good medication. Anyways, with that said, life is good. I am hungry though, and not just for politics. Power, control, leadership, order, demand, change. There's a few big, big topics. Anyways, I'm sorry I bored you all. It's getting too long now. Probably. Love you. Stay blessed. Uh, I'm getting my SSDI money. 950 now. Donald Trump takes out $150 naturally for Medicare, Medi-Cal insurance, the health that I'm not getting. That's not the best part. We are all ordered to pay for health that we don't get. Ugh. Oh my god, I just hit a topic. Alright, without that, beyond that said, this house that I bought at 19 years old, I'm 36 now. I bought it at 19 years old during house crisis from actually my father's ex-employee that used to work in his construction company, not insurance company, construction company. My dad started two different companies. He put Russia, Sacramento, Russia on. Long story short, this guy was upside down when that whole house crisis happened. He was upside down. He owed 380,000. Loan modifications back then was a little difficult, so he was looking for somebody to buy the house, and then he could keep living there and keep doing his thing. So 2009, he comes into my office right when my mom was losing seven different properties, $2 million, 20 hard ass years of working with my dead father, losing everything. Trust him, nigger. That was the best part. Married to a Russian baby. All right, so the story gets better. It's gonna get really good. I buy this house for 85,000. Finally, take off. Excuse me. I kick him out because I'm trying to get married to my high school sweetheart. And that's where things got so twisted. New house. She's, I'm 19, she's 18. Mom is helping us paint the walls here. Uh, this is like November. We break up like a month later. We don't even break up. I just stopped talking to her. It was stupid. She didn't have a fight for me at all. And then her dad comes over 2.5, 3 weeks later and says, "Never see my daughter." What do you tell a man that you looked up to as a father, telling you not to see his daughter? You're not gonna fight him. You're gonna say okay, and that was it. That's where we left off. So that's the wild part. My high school sweetheart and I never broke up. It's kind of weird me saying that. I actually still love her. It's her heart. She's an angel. That's the biggest thing that attracted me to her. Church girl. Barbie. Beautiful, beautiful girl. Alrighty, y'all. Anyways, I don't want to bore you. I am going to turn on some music and keep this stream going. So please follow me, subscribe, and like. Stay tuned for this muse. I'm feeling like music right now. I'm so hungry. Oh, I gotta pee. I'll be right back. God, my whole fucking face is numb. My neck, ears. Oh.
Shop Labor Day savings on LG appliances and get appliances that last. Powerful features you can rely on for
Ugh.
years and years to come. Now at the Home Depot.
It's funny. I feel music. I love it. I really do. Thank you, Father. I'll be back. Saman, you on? Oh, I forgot to pee. God, I need a water filter. This water smells not the cleanest. It's funny how Titanic is replicating America. It's not Biden's fault what was happened. I believe in that. What president, a real leader of a country, is gonna want to sink their country? It blows my mind what we really are creating in America. And the best part with this drugs, homeless crisis America's been having, it's just escalating, getting worse. I saw this coming. And when I say I saw this coming, a country is a team. We gotta work together. Sad part is sad and good part. AI, robots, technology, they're helping us, I hope, and not taking over us. So America now, flooded with immigrants like my father, have passed away fighting for an American dream, an opportunity, businesses, development. So as this immigration through Biden is now flooded, hardworking immigrants with a dream. In this new California, 5 million something, I believe, land for the next 5 years that will be thrown around. Is it going to be an acre? Is it going to be a little farmland? Are there going to be villages? Like country, cowboy town, old days? Do you hear where I'm going with this? There needs to be something different. I'm watching this meat eater show, hunting channel. And this kid, this man, has so much passion for nature. I believe I heard I believe I heard he was a heart doctor. He threw away the corporate dream, being a heart doctor. Started killing animals and eating them. Lord have mercy. This world is so sick in a good and bad way. Oh God, I need to cut my nails. Jeez. I'm a mess. Pinky with a brain. I hope you're enjoying my channel. I've been working really hard on this content. Might not be perfect video because of my money. Can't afford the right cameras. I did just buy this on my SSDI, my government money, back in, right when it came out. I love this thing. The X5 360. Best of the best. Go get yours next. It's not easy to learn it though. Technology. I don't even know how to stream on it yet. You can stream on it. Subscribe and like. Please. God, I wish I had some weed. Indica. Top shelf. What coal is this place? And a pizza. With a soda. I'm hungry. I love you all. Stay blessed. Pray for me.